Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. Thursday, December 7, 2023. Today on General Hospital, Brennan asks Carly to supper. Alexis delivers awful news to Gregory, and Marshall receives a visit from a ghost from his past. Violet is searching for a particular tree when she shops with Gregory and Alexis. Robert assists Diane in finding a tree in the interim. When Alexis runs into them, Robert says he's assisting Diane in choosing a tree. Alexis was unaware that she had one previously. Diane refers to it as the beginning of a new custom. Gregory refers to meeting Diane as an unpleasant coincidence after he and Violet cross paths. Violet wonders who that woman is as Diane and Robert leave. Asking Gregory whether it was necessary, Alexis sends her off to examine more trees. Diane responds to Robert's question about the conversation by telling him about her most recent case, which involves Gregory's son Finn. Robert proposes that they move off in search of some warmth. Somewhere else, Gregory is informed by Alexis that while Diane is a shark, she is also compassionate, and given the circumstances of the case, it appears likely that she will prevail. Gregory assumed she had faith in Finn. According to Alexis, who is approaching the matter from a legal standpoint, Diane will present the case that Finn ought to have tested Muldoon more extensively. She clarifies that while facts are important, the winner is ultimately determined by the jury's best argument. She informs him that she supports Finn and even assisted him in getting ready for the deposition. Alexis asks Violet whether she's discovered the tree when she reappears. She believes that someone else ought to take the lovely tree that she discovered. In order to provide that tree with a home, she desires a less than ideal tree. When Marshall and Curtis decorate the tree at Curtis' house, Marshall discovers an ornament that was made for their first Christmas by Marshall's late wife Irene. Marshall tells Curtis the ornament's story and hangs it on the tree, although Curtis was unaware that was its purpose. Curtis claims that the reason he loves Christmas is because his mother has always liked it. When Portia gets home, she is astounded by how beautifully the tree has been adorned. Declaring that he wants to sit on the porch, Marshall walks away from them. She advises him to get a blanket. Curtis informs Portia that he and his father had a conversation reminiscing about their family and that his father had given him a particular ornament story. Marshall walks outdoors to sit and receives a visit from the ghost of his late wife. She caresses his hand as she sits next to him and advises him to wrap up in that blanket or he will perish out here. Thinking back on all the Christmases he did not celebrate, Marshall questions why he ever left. Though it was all over a misdiagnosis, he believes he was terrified of being less than in her eyes. He sobs, and Irene consoles him by telling him he has been blessed with good health and a renewed relationship with his son. She advises him to consider his current situation rather than the past. Irene wishes Marshall would just let it go as he keeps expressing his sorrow. He left her feeling upset at first, but she eventually overcame her anger and concentrated on her boys. She tells him she missed him but couldn't live her life pondering what may have been when he strokes her face. She wanted the same thing for him that she did for herself, to love living her life. She wants him to be grateful for both their son, who depends on him, and for his life. She is appreciative that he is now present for their son and that he needs to appreciate this Christmas as well as the ones to come. She plans to spend all of these holidays with him. Then Irene disappears. As they head back inside, Curtis and Portia sip mulled wine, and Portia tells him she has an early gift for him. He might be able to walk once more. Curtis asks if he could benefit from this new study and trial when she informs him about it. According to Portia, the process is still in its early stages of human testing. However, she submitted his name because, given their requirements, he is the ideal candidate and might potentially be included in the trial. She notes that while there is no assurance he will walk again, there remains a chance. They kiss when he thanks her. Scott and Lucy meet at the new French cafe. Scott screams that Obrecht has been hopping around conferences lately to get away from him. She tells him they see each other for who they are, and he is grateful to have her as a friend. She believes they've realized they're better off as friends than as lovers and wants what's best for him. There's playful banter between the two as they remember. Although Lucy claims they are merely experiencing nostalgia, Scott still senses a spark between them. Lucy is currently dating Marty, and he is hoping to reunite with Obrecht. Lucy thanks him for the talk, but says she has to go. She walks off after Scott promises to catch her later. When Dante and Anna first meet in the morgue, he tells her that he has the last report on the arson of her home. If it was Charlotte, she queries. He says they've identified another suspect, and nothing suggests it was Charlotte. Fabric with the accelerant used in the fire was discovered on the bushes outside her house, and the fabric's DNA matched Forsythe's. She understands that he was most likely present the night Charlotte was shot as well, and she took the report with her when the police departed. But what became of it? Anna thinks that someone else, possibly someone mentioned in the report, is involved, and that Forsythe wasn't acting alone. The me walks in and says that, regrettably, the Forsythe corpse is no longer there if they are here. After the me departs, Anna believes that someone at the WSB is attempting to conceal this. Since this person is highly placed in the WSB chain, Anna informs Dante she'll handle things from here. She won't endanger anybody else she cares about, but Dante won't let her handle this on her own. She insists on going it alone and turns to leave. Then Dante pulls the locker key from his pocket that he discovered on Forsythe beside the me. After returning to Kelly's, Brennan strikes up a conversation with Carly. While he orders supper, Carly hangs around and inquires about his enjoyment of Port Charles. He said he is getting to know the town and the people are pleasant. How long is he going to stay in town, she asks. He claims his visit is unrestricted and expresses uncertainty. Carly believes that since he needs a security expert to assist him sort through his mess, he must be a spy or former member of the armed forces. He asserts that he isn't and queries her reasoning. She informs him that her former spouse employs security specialists for his company. Carly excuses herself from Brennan to welcome Diane and Robert. Brennan tries to cover his face from Robert as the couple places an order for some hot chocolate to go. Carly attempts to give Brennan his order later after Robert and Diane leave, but she discovers he has left. Later, Brennan comes back and apologizes to Carly, telling her he had to go because he received a call on his satellite phone and the connection wasn't great. He returned to offer his apologies and to give her a bouquet. Although she appreciates him, she adds it's not required. She responds that she's seeing someone when he offers to take her out to supper. Naturally, he responds it's his loss and she is. She knows that he must not have come for the food. He leaves after stating he didn't. Brooke, Lynn, and Chase tell their friends and family of an announcement on the upcoming episode of General Hospital. Olivia concurs when Lois refers to something as a calamity. Christina believes she made a mistake in something. Molly is asked by TA if she is certain they want to do this. Violet invites Liz and Finn to examine their tree. Anne informs Valentin that since he didn't give her an option, they will never know. Tracy gasps and sobs as she glances at her phone while flying. Is this the start of Bobby's final exit from the show? Thanks for watching if you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.